What is going on, you guys? Steven here from Airsoft Tech, and today I'm bringing you guys the shooting test of this GAS BLOWBACK H&K UMP. If you guys are interested in buying this gun, I will link it down in the description to Fox Airsoft, where you can buy it for around $300. But last time I checked, I believe they're out of stock, but you can still go ahead and click the link because maybe they've restocked on it. But I'll also put other links to other websites where you can buy this gun from. But yeah, I personally bought it from Fox Airsoft. It works great. They shipped it fast. But anyways, just like all my other shooting test videos, what we're going to be doing is starting off with the Chrono test. We're going to be using green gas and 0.20 gram BBs. We'll be seeing how hot the gun is shooting, as well as the rate of fire, how fast the gun is shooting. And then once we get our Chrono results, then we'll move on to the next test, which is the accuracy test, which I will be shooting at 90 to 95 feet, again using 0.20 gram BBs, and we'll see the accuracy. And then once we get the results from both tests, the Chrono test and the accuracy test, then we'll move on to the very last test. Man, I just said tests a lot. But we'll be moving on to the damage test, which is the very last portion of the video. I'll probably set up some soda cans, and we'll just get a nice little explosion for you guys. Before we actually hop into the first test, which again is the Chrono test, I just want to cover a few things that you guys were saying in the last video, you know, in the comment section, which is when I said in the video, I was like, I said something along the lines of saying, you know, it's freezing outside, it's like 55 to 60 degrees or 50 to 60 degrees or something like that. And then you guys just all in the comments, you're like, you think that's freezing, blah, 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 blah. You should come where I live, you know, that's beach weather, we're lucky to get 60 degrees. You come where I live, we're lucky to get 20 degrees. 50 to 60 degrees is warm weather. What are you talking about, blah, blah, blah. Guys, you have to understand that here in California, the past couple years actually, with the exception of a few weeks or a few days or whatever, it's been extremely hot. All right, it's been like 85 plus degrees almost every single day. Just recently is when it started to get cold. And yesterday, or the day I filmed that video, it was raining, it was super windy, it was cold to begin with. So all those aspects, you know, all those things put together, they form a really cold day. Even though it says like 55, 60 degrees or whatever, it feels much colder. But anyways, I know you guys live in cold parts of the country or wherever you live. I know probably 50 to 60 degrees is warm to you, but when you're so used to warm weather, and finally when something like that hits you after so long, yeah, it takes time to get used to. So I just wanted to quickly talk to you guys about that. But anyways, today is also pretty cold as well. It's like 50 degrees. It's even colder, and it's like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So it literally hasn't, you know, warmed up throughout the day at all. It's been pretty cold. But again, some of you are going to say 50 degrees is nothing. But anyways, let's go ahead and get into the first test, which is the Chrono test, and we'll see how hot this GAS BLOWBACK UMP is shooting. Wow, alright you guys, so this is actually probably one of the most accurate tests or shooting tests I've done for a video using this gun. You know, even considering that's a GBB, this is actually just, it's blowing my mind just a little bit, because almost every single shot is right on the bullseye or around the bullseye. Just look how tight those groupings are. We do have some flyers at the top and the bottom, and then those 5 shots horizontally, going horizontally over the bullseye itself. But again, most of the shots are right on point, or, you know, dead center. And just to give you guys a size comparison, I do these in all my shooting test videos. These targets that I use, they're basically the size of my hand. My hand might actually even be bigger if I really stretch it out. But overall, it's basically the size of a human hand. And to shoot someone's hand basically 90 feet, 95 feet, almost every single time, you know, almost every single time in the same spot too, is pretty mind-blowing. It's really impressive, I gotta say. But one thing I would like to mention, if you guys could hear, I tried to go over the 2-round burst mode. I'm not sure if my camera picked up the sound. I'm pretty sure it does. It does a pretty good job about that. But if you guys could hear that, you could hear that it started to get really sluggish when I went to the 2-round burst mode. I wanted to try that out for you guys in this accuracy test, but it just wasn't going too well because the gun is super cold right now. I had to spend almost an hour itself just filming the chronograph segment because my chronograph just wouldn't read read every time I would shoot through it with the UMP or whatever. So I had to just shoot the gun over and over and over again. I probably went through about 6 magazines and a whole bunch of gas, just trying to get that chronograph segment to come out and turn out good or whatever, because my chronograph just wouldn't read anything, and it was super annoying, and it got really frustrating. So the gun is really cold, the magazines are really cold, so I apologize about the 2-round burst not really functioning all that well. And when I did do that, we did go ahead and miss quite a bit, because the 2-round burst, the bolt was really sluggish, the BBs were just going all over the place. But for the most part, when the bolt was running smoothly, it was cycling perfectly, and the gun was performing at its best, the results are right there in front of you. It's pretty impressive. But anyways, why don't we go ahead, get into the very last test, which is the damage test, and we'll just probably set some soda cans up and we'll see what we can do for this destruction test. Alright, you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and take the tripod off. I think that's gonna do it. I apologize, I couldn't really get the full auto action really going in this video. However, again, just it being so cold and just having to take so long for that chrono test is really just making this gun not perform super well. Magazines are super cold, but anyways, overall I think we did pretty good for this damage test. We got a whole bunch of holes in the Sprite can. Let's just watch this all just strain out. There's that. Got some big freaking holes and gaps in this one. Nothing really in that one. Got a lot of BBs in that. We got some coke up in this one. Alright, we got some coke up in this one. We got quite a bit of coke in this one. There's that. There we go. And last and final can right here. We got quite a bit of Sprite. There we go. There's all that. So there's the pool of soda. Anyways, if anyone wants to come and drink that up, be my guest. But anyways, you guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you guys are interested, again, link is in the description if you want to buy this gun. But that's going to be it for this video, guys. So thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. But until next time, I'll see you guys later.